What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, as always, thank you, God, for another day and opportunity. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now, anybody who wants to join the Rich Gang family, all you got to go ahead and do is be sure to turn on post notifications. Let's go ahead and reach 50 likes on this video, and do not forget to comment down below. Where are you tuning in from, watching today? Now, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen today, I am bringing y'all a very special catfish build going to be called the Catfish 3-point Specialist. Now, when it comes to the breakdown of this build, we're going to go ahead and make it under the shooting guard position. Now, once we go ahead and get into the pie chart, you have to be very specific with which pie chart you are picking to make this build out of. So the one you want to go ahead and pick is going to be the shooting as well as the defensive, but we're going to be getting more shooting out of this build. Now, if you do decide to go ahead and try to make your own adjustments towards this build, just make sure you go about it after we have completed the build name together. Now, as you can see with the physical profile, we have two options to pick from. As always, if you want the highest vertical and a solid speed, go with the fourth physical profile. However, if you want the maximum speed, go with the very first. Now, I'm telling you, basing it off of my personal preference in what I think is going to be best in the long run will be the fourth physical profile. Now, from here, as we go about the attributes for this build, I promise you all you need to do is make sure that you follow along, and we're going to be able to make the Catfish 3-point Specialist. So the only thing we're going to be touching for our finishing is going to be that 70 driving dunk. Now, once it comes down to the mid-range shot for the shooting, you have to keep this at an 80. Do not go anything higher or lower. Now, for the three-pointer, max this out. Free throw, same exact thing. And then for the post fade, we're going to go ahead and bring this up to an 82. And we're going to be able to get 24 shooting badges. Now, for the playmaking, I'm going to max out that pass accuracy. As for the ball handle, same exact thing. Then for the post control, I'm going to go ahead and take this into the 56 range, and we're going to be able to get 13 playmaking badges. Now, the rest of the attributes are primarily for the defensive end. If you want to spread the wealth, basing it off of your own preference, that is perfectly okay. But for the interior defense, I'm going to go with the 57, 77 for the perimeter. Do not go anything higher or lower. Then I'm going to max out my lateral quickness and the steal. Same thing with that defensive rebound. Then go with the 58 block as well as a 57 offensive rebound. Now remember, like I said earlier, if you do want to make your own adjustments, just make sure that you do it after we get the same exact build name together, because I don't want any of you watching being able to create a different build name and not getting that 3-point Specialist, which is a catfish, let me remind y'all. So this is essentially what the build will be looking like, and we're going to be able to get park dunks on this build as well. So with the height, go with 6'6" for this build. That means we're definitely going to be able to play some pretty good defense. As for the weight, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to 183. Then for the wingspan, now this is very crucial. Go with an 87.0, and right here with the physicals, we're getting a +8 put towards this area, which means for the speed, this is going to be a 92. 90 acceleration with an 88 vertical, and keep in mind, yes, the park dunks are still intact. We're going to be able to dribble on this build, but when it comes down to what we're able to do for the shooting and the defensive end, very solid, especially for being a rare catfish build. Now, the takeovers for this build are only going to continue to make it even more better. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at which takeovers that we're going to be able to use on this build. So, as y'all can see, when it comes down to it, you're going to be able to get that lockdown takeover as well as with the playmaking and the sharpshooting. Now with this build, it's great that if you do pick the playmaking takeover, we'll be able to break ankles and speed boost. But I'm liking the fact that we still are able to maintain the lockdown as well as the sharpshooting. Now, for my liking, I would definitely have to say, to be more of a catfish low-key, go with the sharpshooting takeover so they do not see that lockdown takeover, giving away what we're going to be able to do. And as y'all can see, yes, we created the 3-point specialist, and I'm really enjoying the comparison of KLAY Thompson at number 1. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and check out what this build is actually going to be looking like once maxed out with its full potential. So we did already go over the physicals, but remember, we're getting a +4 once we hit 99 overall. Then if you are running with teammates that have floor general and defensive leader on, that's going to go ahead and give us a +4 if they have it on the Hall of Fame category. Then once it comes down to buying your own boost, that is another +4. So essentially without takeover, we get a +12 put towards our finishing, shooting, playmaking, and the defensive area. But in takeover, whichever one you picked, add a +10 to your shooting, playmaking, or the defense. Now, this is pretty much what the build will be looking like. You'll be able to maintain in takeover a 99 3-pointer. If you do go with the playmaking, keep in mind, you're going to be able to dribble even better, speed boost and break ankles, and give your teammates a huge boost put towards from picking the playmaking takeover. Now for the defensive end, it's already shown what we're going to be able to do. You'll be able to get close to a 99 lateral quickness on this build, so something that I would really consider before making. Now, the one finishing badge that I'm going to go with is going to be Fearless Finisher. I love the layup animations that it unlocks. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and get into the breakdown of the playmaking. Now we have 13 total badges that we're able to work with. For my liking, I'm going to go with handles for dates first on gold. Then from here, I know a lot of people are saying you do not need quick chain. I'm going to be going with hyperdrive and then bronze unpluckable or bullet passer. Now, since we are here, for those of y'all who have not yet hit that like button, I need y'all to go ahead and reach 50 likes on this video. And also, comment down below, what did y'all think of the 2K23 cover athlete Devin Booker, as well as let me know in the comments which build do you plan on making next year. Now, just go ahead and let me know what you want to go after when it comes down to defense or more of an offensive build. I really want to go ahead and let y'all get into detail so that way I can get an idea of possibly what kind of build videos y'all want to see in the future. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the defensive area. I'm going to go with gold, rim protector, intimidator, and chase down artist, or you can even go ahead and put on rebound chaser. But I feel like all 4 of these badges are really going to work together. And if you go ahead and throw on clamps, these are easily 5 of the strongest badges that you can use for the defensive end. Now for the 1 bronze badge, I would go with tireless defender or interceptor. For the very last gold badge, I would consider hustler or pogo stick. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out what we're going to be able to do for the shooting. Now, basing this all off of my own preference, I would definitely recommend picking first the main badges that are going to give us a huge shooting boost. So for me, I'm going to go with Hot Zone Hunter as well as Sniper, both on Hall of Fame. From here, normally, I would like to spread the wealth, but if you want to go about it a different way, you definitely can do that as well. Now, one setup that I would consider would be both bronze, catch and shoot, and corner specialist, then silver, green machine. When it comes down to another Hall of Fame badge, I would consider go with Deadeye or even blinders. Both of these are going to be very solid. As long as you like the badge count that you're running with, I promise you, everything will work out in your favor. But for my liking, even lucky number 7 is another badge that I would really consider. And if you want to take off any of the silver or bronze badges, that is definitely okay. But I'm telling you, this is probably one of the more favorable setups that I see a lot of guards using, especially with blinders on Hall of Fame. Now, this is a setup that I'm going to go with. 1 finishing badge, 24 shooting, 13 playmaking, and 19 defensive, y'all. Again, if you made it this far into the video, you are a real member of the Rich Gang family. And I just want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications so you can join the family. And don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get 50 likes on this video. Share it with your family and friends and comment down below. What is your 2K23 dream build? And with all that being said, thank y'all again. Thank you, God, and Rich out.